Hounds and the Middlesboro Yellow Jackets. My name is Phil Russell, joined along with tonight Mr. Chandler Cook, our eye in the sky, Miss Katie Atkins and her daddy Gary, Mr. Randy Worley on stats and his big eye, Mr. Kelly Ferris. And Chandler, tonight it's a renewal of an old rivalry years ago, and Middlesboro's back on the schedule.
Yes, after a few, at least 2 years off the schedule, they're back. And while they're maybe not as strong as they were back in '98 when they won the state title.
Yes.
I'm sure they'll bring their A game to Corbin tonight, Phil, just like everybody does when they play the Red Hounds.
Well, they're going to bring an A game, of course. They come in with a record of 0-2, the start of the new 2001 season. Red Hounds, of course, coming in with a record of 2-1 after a win last week at South Laurel, followed previously by the defeat of Lexington Catholic. Opened up the season with a win here with Connor out of Northern Kentucky. And I'll tell you what, the Red Hounds tonight meet a Kenny Roark squad a little different than a Middlesboro team that we have seen in the past, is that they're in their numbers wise, but the thing about it is too, though, they come in with a power back that Middlesboro usually always has, but this guy happens to be a transfer. You remember him when he was at Bell County. His name is Darrell White, 220-pound senior, 6'3", also a great linebacker. You see him on the field. He's number 7 standing there. He's one of the quad captains for Middlesboro. And they also, I can't ever remember a Middlesboro team that didn't have a Weatherspoon on it. And number 1, 6'1", 170-pound senior, Alfie Weatherspoon.
Yes, that Weatherspoon name has been long remembered down in Middlesboro.
It has.
Phil, I believe that Middlesboro won the toss and deferred to the second half option. That'll give Corbin the ball, receiving in the west end zone this time. I
was talking with Coach Roark prior to the game. Kenny and I go back pretty far, and we're pretty good buddies. I stand out there on the field, and I said, Kenny, what's going on? He said, well, really, seriously, we should be 2-0, but just fumbles and mistakes has cost us really 2 victories. He said we're a football team that's about 3 or 4 weeks behind because his sophomores were in baseball, made it to the Senior League State Championship, and then he had some other kids coming out late, so he says I'm still about 3 weeks where I really want to be.
Well, that's probably true, but that 3 weeks will get him right there at district time, won't it, Phil?
That's what he was, and he says, my preseason games are to get myself into the district and into playoffs. He says that's what it's about. He says, yeah, we're 0-2 right now in preseason as far as pre-district wise go, but you can't get better. And he's had a pretty tough pre-district schedule. He's got Corbin, he had Bell County, the county rival. He had Hazard at the start of the season. And, when you start talking about those mountain teams as Bell, Corbin, Hazard, and open up 1, 2, and 3, and 2 of those, all 3 on the road 2 of those on the road. I tell you, that's pretty good tall cotton right there for your preseason pre-district games.
Yes, it is, and Corbin plays a tough non-district schedule as well, playing
Catholic,
Connor, South Laurel. The next week we go to Bell County.
The Hilton Hotel.
Now tonight, Phil, I don't think Middlesboro's changed their defensive scheme much. They like to pack them in 8 on the line, 9 on the line, cover your wideouts man on man. And if we block our responsibility, they should not be able to stop us offensively. I mean, they might get us get us for a loss every now and then with a shooting linebacker or a backside defensive back, but I don't think they can cover our receivers one-on-one either if we give the quarterback time.
That's the key right there. Our massive offensive line, the Red Hounds, we'll talk about those kids later on, really going to have to step up this evening. Of course, we're facing another big backer, and that's Darrell White at linebacker spot, he's for real. A short kick taken by Hendrickson up on about his own 41-yard line, so that's where the Red Hounds will take over. I don't know where they really wanted to squib kick it like that or get it high and run underneath it, but it's really more of a line drive, really, shot kick.
Well, our kick return game wasn't that good last week, but when you give it to us on a 40-yard line, we better be scoring.
We send the lineup this evening. Absent last week was big 78 Billy Kane. He's back on the squad this week. Lined up there at the tackle spot, number 78.
We need to hurry
on
up and
the
go.
offense.
I mean, they're moving around. Let's bust a gut out there, boys.
Moore in motion. Hands off to, no, it's a pass automatically. He's
Somebody
got
busted the
time.
route. No.
Well, we saw the time as BJ had it. The one-on-one coverage right there, it was on Ware and on Hoover. But we saw him have plenty of time.
I thought we missed a route somewhere.
Could have, but I tell you, we just talked right prior to that if he was going to have some time to throw the football, and he did have time. Really, just I don't know whether a coverage sack you would call that or a miscommunication on the route. Lined up in the backfield now is Hoover and Cook. Hoover is in motion now with more hands off to Hoover.
That boy, Brand,
Hoover busts
make a cut,
around,
make
and
a
there's
cut. There
Darrell
you go.
White talking about the big linebacker, but not until Hoover picks up about 5 yards on the carry.
That's a good gainer right there. They might give him 6 on that field.
Big gainer that time. He was able to hit the corner, and that's one thing about this tight defense. It's just talking about Chandler.
Watch your wideouts. The defense, you tell when they go in motion, if that defensive man from the wide position follows him all the way across the field, he's matched up man to man.
That's right. Gosh, it's good to see that yellow and black out there against that red and white in it. That Middlesboro-Corbin rival once again. It's Foley now at 3rd down and 5 on the Red Hounds' 46-yard line. Looks over, maybe checking off at this time. In the backfield is Hoover and Cook. And checked off, hands off to Cook, and Cook will spin, fumble.
No, I believe he called him down.
Maybe down. So it's a gain of about a half a yard, so it'll bring up now 4th down and we'll say 5 yards.
I didn't see who made the tackle. Was it White?
Looked like White was there to make the stop on the linebacker slot. So 3 and out for the Red Hounds at 10 minutes here in the first period of play. Kind of testing the waters a little bit. Going back, there is a Weatherspoon, Alfie Weatherspoon. He's a senior, 6'1", 170-pounder. Also dotting back with him will be number 20, Daniel Raines. Hoskins will be doing the punting again this evening. Snap is good. Punt is away. A line driver taking up by number 23, which is
Tackle.
Stewart.
There you go.
Stewart is stopped right on about his own 20-yard line. So we'll see the young quarterback now in Blake Allen, the sophomore, 6 foot, 180-pounder, getting his start this evening from Middlesboro. Of course, the quarterback was a senior. Lucas Arnold no longer, I believe, on the team. So the sophomore is going to get his chance this evening.
All right, let's go, guys. Now let's hit him right here.
In the wing-back position is number 7. That happens to be Darrell White.
Got to play responsibly right here.
In that backfield is Alex Hale. Hand off to
the lone setback behind the quarterback.
Yes, it was.
Number 34.
Chris Snyder. He is a junior.
Well, they run that double wing, and sometimes it's hard to find the ball. They're going to run the option as well. And so we've got to pick up the right men.
Yes, we do. Kenny Roark has a young Middlesboro's football team out here this evening. Not very many seniors on that start. Here's a snap. I don't know. We've got to wait and see whether it's offsides, Red Hounds, or one of the guys in a white jersey jumped. Wait and see. Flags everywhere. Hounds did jump. Were they drawn off? Dead ball. False start. Middlesboro.
So
they were drawn off.
One of the linemen,
yep.
I saw him coming with the blitz. They moved just a tad.
He said, oh, I got to get 22, or I got to get 83, or I got to pick up 25. And they start off on the 2nd down and 11 now. It's 8:55. Clock is counting.
Come on, let's get after him right here.
Again, Allen, since man in motion. He keeps the option.
Hey,
good job that time reading the option. That time, number 10, Ian Hall, perfectly. And they're going to come out. They're an option-type football team. They run that option. And
we shot the middle linebacker that time, and Stephen got tied up in there, and I don't know who had the pitch man. I haven't figured that one out yet.
No, but Ian Hall stayed it with the quarterback. And the thing about it is each man is assigned an individual, and you've got to keep that assignment, or that option is very dangerous. It's 8:16. Clock is counting. Allen under center now. Marks off, put White's in motion. White comes back and it's met right there in the hole.
Wrap up.
There he is. That is a perfect example of the strength Darrell White has as he gets out up to the 30-yard line, which would bring up a decision time for Kenny Roark. 4th down, and he's going to go for it.
Oh, 1st and 10 for the Yellow
Exactly
Jackets.
what we just saw, what Darrell White can do. He has stopped about 1 yard for a loss and picked up 9, almost 10 yards on that carry. He did get enough for a 1st down. So he was stopped in the backfield for no gain, and that big strength of his just pulled his way through.
Come on, guys. Wrap up out there. Wrap up.
Allen under center now, where it looked like Middlesboro going to be boxed into a punting situation. And back to throw now is Allen.
Bootleg.
Fell into pursuit. And Hoover is there on the stop after a pickup of about 6 yards, though. Hoover had to come up on Allen. Allen runs that option pretty well, doesn't he? That was a boot really all the way, but he carries his fakes out pretty well.
Got to get some pressure on them, line. Let's go. Levi Skeen, Chaz Stradley, Derek Marlowe, and 62 Matt Williams, the 4-down lineman for the Red Hounds.
Well, that's 4 men that we've talked about, of course, last week with the South Florida, and again this week against Middlesboro. Moore now adjusts himself to the bottom of your screen. 33, again in motion, is Stewart. Hand off the middle for maybe a gain of 2. They're saying a gain of 3, so it'll bring up now 3rd down and 1.
Come on, guys. Let's get in there right now.
Checks in now with number 45 of Tyler Adams, the tight end. Again, lined up in that backfield is Snyder.
Well, we're going to see, probably see motion this time and then hit it up the middle.
Allen checks off now.
Oh, movement.
Offsides against Middlesboro as they were jumping once again. It was handed to Snyder, but Snyder is going nowhere because it's a 5-yard dead ball procedure penalty, so it'll bring up now 3rd down and 6. Big play for Kenny Roark and his Jackets now once again. As he calls Allen over to the side, gets the play, and checks in with 89, James Anderson, the tight end. So that's really kind of what Roark, Kenny uses is the tight ends to carry into plays.
Let's go, guys. Pick it up here, defense. Let's go.
Witherspoon is wide to the top of your screen. Snyder is the lone back. Wing motion now is Stewart.
Here comes
Allen keeps it, cuts it up, has enough for the 1st down all the way that time. Ran his option pretty well. Saw the inside angle open up and cut it back up and got the 1st down.
See, the option is a hard thing to prepare for in 1 week's time.
Yes, it is.
Hard to prepare for.
So many weapons you have. You have about 3 to 4. That's why it's the option. 3 to 4 reads on every single play. There's that wing back formation with 23 or 3rd Snyder loaned up. 43 again is Hale.
That a way to read. That a way to read.
In the middle, good job as Snyder may get a 1 yard and
Stradley, Marlowe.
White now checks back in. He was out for about 3 plays to get a breath. Of course, the young man has to go both ways at middle linebacker and at wing back.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them be going both ways tonight.
For both sides. That's right. Middlesboro now is in the single A division of KHSAA football. Of course, the Red Hounds stay in the double A ranks. It's 5 minutes and 10 seconds. Clock is counting. 2nd down and 9 on the Middlesboro 44-yard line.
Come on, guys.
It's White in motion. Here comes the option, and he slips. Really good read that time by Brett Faulkner and Chaz Stradley as they. But again, who had the pitch man? I couldn't
Bram
really
had
tell.
the pitch
Bram.
man. He
Okay,
gave a little headbutt, too.
Thank you. All right. So Faulkner stayed good, and also Stradley on the defensive end turned it inside, did a good job coming upfield. And on this right here, your defensive ends have to keep contained. Deep as the deepest back. In other words, if the back is 5 yards, they do not need to go any further than 5 yards. They need to keep them in that range.
Come on, big play right here. Let's stop them on this 3rd down.
3rd and 11 now in motion.
Reverse.
White, and White breaks 1, 2, and breaks 3. He's off to the races and has enough again for a 1st down. Middlesboro look like again we may have him stopped for no gain, and he just uses that stiff arm really and runs over 3 Red Hound tacklers and gets another 1st down. Crosses into Red Hound territory this evening. First time here in the 1st period at the 4:19 mark that the Jackets are in. Jackets, of course, took his possession on a punt after the Red Hounds 3 and out.
Come on, defense. Wake up here now.
Allen again stays under center. Same formation. And handoff, no, it's fake.
Here comes, here
Quick
comes, here
pitch
comes.
out here. Good job, Reed, that time.
Atta,
Wrap up.
baby.
And Moore was the one initially got it stopped, and with Sima and Cook coming in to finishing it up.
Well, that time they didn't run motion on the option to the wing back to the far side. They didn't run any motion that time.
That's right. It's just a straight option with the tailback trailing. Made the pitch, Allen did, and he was dropped for about a 8-yard loss, so it should bring up now 2nd down and 18.
Come on, guys,
time
make
in
it count
Middlesboro
right here now.
territory. They've
Make
got to
it
get
count.
to the Red Hounds almost forward a 36-yard line for a first down.
Come on, defense.
In
Get off the
motion
block,
now.
get off the
hands
block.
off
Same
to
play,
White.
same
White
play.
reads,
Wrap it.
and good job, Chaz Stradley. Stradley that time busted through on the defensive side, read up, kept his head up that time, and he kept his head up, and that time exploded into Darrell. Tell you what, you've got to have that from the young sophomore at 6'4", 235 pounds going up against the 6'3", 220-pound senior. So White will come out now to get a breather. And he's replaced in there, and Snyder's the lone back. This time a new formation. We got a wing with a slot wide out to the top.
Watch for play action pass here.
Passing down all the way. Allen's back to throw, rolls out. Sima is on the move. Missed the one tackle, comes up, and just enough. Good job, Gino. There's Stradley again, but Gino was the one that really disrupted the whole flow of that play right there. Gino can learn, that young sophomore, to stay a little bit more under control, Chandler.
Right, you have to be under control. Break down, be under control, be able to move left or right.
So the drive that Middlesboro started and looked pretty good, went all the way into Red Hound territory, went south all of a sudden. So it bring up 4th and 22 at 2 minutes to go in the first period of play. Waiting on the punt by Witherspoon. Going back deep is Ware and Hoover. If I see about our specialty teams, Hoover takes it on his 23.
Come on, get a block on the corner. Get a block on the corner. On the corner. Face mask.
Face mask. There's 15 onto that. He's still breaking tackles. Hoover is still breaking tackles. Great run, Bram Hoover, all the way back. He returned it from his own 23-yard line to the 44-yard line. About a 21-yard return. We got flags everywhere.
I thought we were going to get a block on the corner, but the man on the corner actually grabbed his face mask.
Yes, he did.
But Bram made a gallant effort when he got over on the sideline to cut it back into the field, so that should be tacked on to the end of the run.
It should at that point, and that'll be 15 yards. It will go into Middlesboro territory if that's the case, and that's exactly what's going to happen. We saw 4 flags, and every one of them was on the face mask. And it was a 15-yarder, so they should tack it on the end of the play, correct?
Correct. Now, and whether or not it was blatant, I mean, you could tell that he had something in the helmet there, the way his head turned.
So the officials will talk about this at 1 minute and 42 seconds to go. The ball, good. I tell you, that was about a 21-yard return, and he got every bit of the 21 yards. 5 yard. Did they say 5 yards?
Said a 5-yard.
They said a 5 yard.
Oh,
so
goodness.
it wasn't, his head didn't snap around too much, so it's a 5 yard. It'll bring up now 1st and 10. Red Hounds on their own 48-yard line.
We
got them moving all over the place.
9 minutes.
Well, he checks it over, hands it off to Cook. He's off to the races.
Come on, Stephen.
He's at the 30. He's at the 20. They will not catch him. Touchdown, Red Hounds. He outran Darrell White and Witherspoon, and Cook goes in from 48 yards. That's a 52-yard, and that's exactly what you talked about, Chandler. They all crowd up, about 9 people in the box, and if you break that initial line of scrimmage, there's nobody behind you.
That's right. Nobody back there to play safety, folks. It's just a matter of outrunning them, which we did that time.
So 52-yard touchdown scamper by Stephen Cook at 1:33. The PAT is up. It is no good. He missed his first one of the season, Mr. Dixon does. So at 1:33, it's Red Hound 6, Middlesboro 0. We'll step out, be back with your kickoff in 1 moment. After the 52-yard return by Stephen Cook on that straight up the middle. Red Hounds have tacked 6 on the board at 133. Update right now, Allen, the starting quarterback, the sophomore, is on the sidelines right now with a towel over his head, and he's not looking too good at all. He's one sick young man. We do know the backup is a freshman, and it's Blake Bowling, a 5'9" freshman, is the backup. So we have to wait and see. Dixon's kickoff is high. Weatherspoon will take it on his own 8-yard line. He falls down. He falls down on the 5. His feet just went out from underneath him. And so Middlesboro is deep in their own shadows of the goalpost at their 5-yard line.
Excellent kick by Dixon that time, Philip, all the way to the 5-yard line, and he just, just fell down there, and that's unfortunate for Middlesboro, but it gives us a good break getting them back in, their own territory deep. That's where we need to pin our ears back and come after them.
Allen does check back in. He puts his helmet on, too, is out there on the field. So check that young man's status out as the evening goes by because he didn't look too good sitting on the sidelines. Witherspoon now to the bottom of your screen with, again, Snyder in the tailback position. Wingback is Darrell White, and there's the handoff to Snyder. Snyder busts 1-2, and he gets...
Come on, guys. You got to play that better than that now. Let's go.
7 yards on the carry. Wait and see. Cook was on the stop that time. The clock is rolling at 1:13. Hounds are on top 6-0.
Too much
8
on
yards
first
on
down.
the carry. Brings up now 2nd down and 2. Ball just inside the 13-yard line. Need to get just past the 15 for a first. Allen checks off now.
Come on, guys.
Looks over the Red Hound defense. Hands it off to Snyder. Snyder's met in the middle by the interior of the line.
Stradley nailed him.
Get to the 15-yard
along with
line.
Matt Williams.
That's right.
Get excited out there, boys. Get excited.
Yeah, you got to get excited about for Middlesboro and Corbin. That's for sure. Clock rolls at 3:33. Don't know if we'll get this play off or not. As Allen looks over to the sideline, the new tight end will check in Tyler Adams for the Jackets. I believe they've got to get this play off or time or be penalized 5 yards.
Yeah, they'll get a penalty if they don't.
It's 16 seconds.
That's a big play for Middlesboro right here now. We can make them punt. Come on now, get after them, guys.
3rd and 1.
Bump, Steven.
And in motion, hands it. Oh, good job, Steven. Stayed with the quarterback, dropped him all the way back to the 10-yard line. Exactly what you got to have. And at the end of the first period of play, it's the Red Hounds 6, the Jackets 0. Back with your second period of action in 1 moment. And we're back, starting your second period of action. Red Hounds on top 6-0. And some first quarter stats real quick.
Yeah, we've had the ball 2.5 minutes, Phil. Scored 6 points. Middlesboro's had it 9.5. Total yards, 39 for Middlesboro, 59 for Corbin. And
that has to get changed quickly on the time of possession because I can tell you this right now, Middlesboro team is a very explosive team, and if you let them have the ball that much time, they're going to do something. You've got to get it back from them.
You're right.
Back deep now for the Red Hounds is Ware and, is that 8
Hoover,
or 9?
Ware and Hoover.
Ware and Hoover, okay. On the side we've got here, couldn't really see his TV number. Waiting on the punt on his, it's blocked and taken by the Red Hounds on about the 12, 13-yard line. I don't see who it was busting through there. It might have been Ware, number 8. It was.
No, that was
Jeremy Ware, I believe.
Brett Faulkner.
Oh, Faulkner, excuse me. Brett Faulkner, that's right, number 8. That number 8 and that number 9 right there, they kind of look a lot alike out there.
Good job, defense right there. Block that kick. Now we'll get the ball like Lexington Catholic did on us down here on the 15-yard line. We better punch it in now.
Looks familiar, doesn't it? And checking in is Barton now, one of the young wide receivers for the Red Hounds. He's a sophomore. Checks out wide left. Bottom of your screen is 33 more.
Now, Middlesboro's loosened up right here a little bit. Oh,
hands it off
counter.
it was the counter, and handed it off to Moore, and Moore will get maybe about a yard on the carry.
Got to get better on that.
Yeah,
White was closing fast on that.
Well, it was, and to me, it looked like we need to sustain that block just about just a quick second longer right there, because the hole there, you could see the hole on the screen.
And that was something relatively new that we're not going to fake the quick pitch, come back inside.
Counter move that time. That is Cook and Moore in the backfield. Hoover in motion. Hands it off the end around, and Hoover's
Come on,
got
Bram.
some
Come on,
speed.
Bram.
If he can
Outrun him,
get the
outrun him.
corner. Touchdown.
Atta, baby.
Touchdown, Bram Hoover from 8 yards out on the 12, from 12 yards out, and that was just sure speed that time that got him around the corner.
Just a foot race, Phil. You're right. Just a foot race. We had Bram come from the backside in motion, take the handoff, had lead blockers in front of him by Cook and Moore, and we just outran him to the corner.
Redhounds will go for 2 now after the Dixon missed PAT on the first touchdown to get this thing up to 14. So at 11-13, they spot the ball on the 3-yard line. Redhounds for 2 from 3 yards out.
See if we can pull them off sides right here.
Moore and Hoover
What do you
are
think?
split outs to the top. Lone back is Cook. Wide open.
Oh,
Hendrickson.
there it is.
Wide open.
Everybody was coming for the run.
Yep. Tight end release. So at 11-13, Redhounds 14. Jackets 0. We'll be back with our kickoff in 1 moment.
We need to beat them worse than
11-13 in the second period of play. The Redhounds from 12 yards out on the end around to Hoover just outran them to the corner of the end zone. The PAT two-pointer was good as the tight end release looking for the run with Stephen Cook, and they left it in his belly, pulled it out the last moment, and hit Hendrickson wide open for a 2-point conversion.
Now right here, they laid the ball on the X on the 40-yard line. They whistled it ready for play. Now, I don't know how many of them realized it out there, but you got 25 seconds
That's right, exactly.
to kick the ball.
He's already blown it. Dixon approaches the ball, kicks it high end over end, taken by Witherspoon on his own 17, up to the 20,
Somebody
up
hit
to
him.
the 25,
There you
and
go.
there's stopping him 33 more on the stop, and that's where Witherspoon will go down on about his own 27, 28-yard line.
It looked to me like our kicker slipped.
He did. The back foot on his plant foot, it slipped Eric Dixon. Missed his first. Hate that for the young man. Allen does stay in now at the quarterback spot. He does have Snyder again, the same backfield as has been all evening.
Come on, guys. Get after him right here.
Over
Pin
the
your ears
Redhound
back.
defense.
Come on,
Time he
Marlo.
does
Come
put
on,
his wing
Marlo.
back in motion. Hands it off to Snyder.
Oh,
Snyder
that
may
was-
get about 3 yards on the carry up to the 30.
Well, they stuffed that pretty good. A lot of red shirts in there. Williams getting up. Simon getting up. And off the bottom is Marlowe, 52.
Well, we talked about it. Levi Skeen, Derek Marlowe, Matt Williams, Chaz Stradley. They've got to step up in, though, those front four this evening. It's 2nd and 8 now. Ball resting just on the Jackets' 30-yard line. Clock's rolling at 10:35. At end, Stewart in motion, comes
Counter,
back,
counter, counter.
and
Come on,
Chaz Stradley
Oh,
takes his
yeah.
block on. Great job that time. What you could see that time was Stradley stand his man up and look for the football, really. He got underneath him, kept looking, and he stayed at home. He was as deep as the deepest man was, and he allowed the man, and the man actually ran into him.
Good play that. Middlesbrough's run that quite often already through
Yes, they have.
quarter and just a little over a quarter's time.
Look for White right here to get the ball some way. If he goes in motion, look for, no, it'll be Stewart in motion.
It's
And they're
boot,
going to be
boot,
throwing
boot,
it out, booted out here to White. White in and out of his hands up to about, it would not have been enough for the first down. And so it'll bring it now 4th down and 8 as really Allen that time had some backside pursuit. So 3 and out that time for the Jackets. And we was talking about time of possession in the first period of play. That's what you got to have here in the second period of play, this time on the red side. Back
All right. Let's get a return on here. I'd take another block for sure.
Oh, definitely. Whatever it was the first time, do it again.
Come on, Ian, get in there.
Faulkner's at the top of your screen. This time he blocked the first one. He comes flying through, and he does get it away, and Ware will take it. Gets back
Get
to
a
his
block
right.
on the
There's some
corner, on the
speed. I've
corner.
heard about.
No, you got to turn it
Don't
up. Got
touch
to turn
him.
it up.
Okay. Ram did a good job that time. He could not hook the man, and he knew if he just put a hand on 34 and he fell down, he'd get for a legal block, so he pulled up. And Ware
Right.
just had not really a chance to turn the corner.
And Jeremy, he'll learn that when you are going east and west on a punt return, you're
Yes.
not making anything.
No.
You just got to turn it up. And sometimes
much as you can.
rusher will go past you because they aren't broken down.
Pursuit will pass. You're right, Chandler. Cook now the lone, Cook and Hoover in the backfield. Moore is the lined up at the bottom of your screen. Foley looks over the defense, hands it off to Hoover. Hoover busts across. He
Attaboy,
breaks one,
attaboy.
two.
Feet,
on the feet. That's right.
Get a block.
He's
Oh, we
off
got
to the
we got a
run.
flag.
We do have a flag, but Bram Hoover goes from the 20, cuts it back, will go in, but this will probably come back. It would stay, it'd be a 60-yard run, but I don't think it's going to stay. We've got a flag resting on the 44-yard line, and it's probably going to be against the Red Hounds. They're saying hold the flags. That's right, holding against Corbin. So a 60-yard run. Good job, Bram Hoover, showing some nifty movement that time, and that's what we talked about early in the season. He's got to pick it up. He's doing everything he can right now because that takes the key off of Stephen Cook, and it puts another weapon in your backfield to be looking at.
Well,
He cut the ball up perfect.
On that play, Stevens diving in there, and that's got everybody occupied.
Yep. Well, Bram's probably going to have somebody come in and give him a blow real quick because that young man had a 60-yard run. And it's going to mark him back 10 yards from the point of contact, so it'll bring up now first down and 20. Of course, they'll take that penalty. And I know Bram's is winded, but I'll tell you what, every one of those jackets over there are winded right now, too. And we've got on the red team are not winded.
Yeah, and when you watch Monday and Thursday nights, folks, on Charter Cable 23, look for the blocking downfield. Oh, here it is, here it is. Oh, my goodness, boy, we got away with one right there. Jimmy Hendrickson was being held up. You got to get away from him, guys.
Yep. So it's second down and 16 after the sack that time, and again, maybe covered sack. I thought the line really had. I think BJ looked to me like at least he had 1,001, 1,002, and 1,000, almost 3 to get it away.
Basically 2 men out that time. One of them got held up in traffic. The other one was covered. So you call it a coverage sack. You know, that's about what we'll have to do with it.
Hands off now to Cook. Cook busts it up, gets about 4 yards on the carry that time. It'll bring it now third down and 17 for the Red Hounds. Checking in is Barton for the Red Hounds. Foley off to the side now to get the play. Tell you right now, looking, and Bram Hoover is a winded young man. He's over there on the sideline trying to, I know Moore is, I see him, trying to get his breath.
So Faulkner's in his position, wide out to the left from the shotgun field. Oh, that might have been a broken play.
I believe it was. It looked like Foley may be handling the ball off and just was not there in time. The snap was a little high, may have put the timing of the play off. So Mr. Hoskins will be called in. I tell you, mark this down at 7 minutes and 33 seconds in the second period of play on the 60-yard run at 9 minutes by Bram Hoover, called back on the holding call. See if that's not a big play. Hopefully not, but it could be before this game's over with.
Now, Bo needs to get his steps down here and get the ball off because they had a man dogging him from the outside too.
Back deep now is Weatherspoon and Stewart. Snaps low, does get it away. Oh, it's blocked. And there's down to go. So twice, one by Middlesboro, one by the Red Hounds, have punts blocked. This time, though, a little bit deeper than it was on the Middlesboro time. So the Jackets getting a little fired up now as Allen will get his play from Kenny Roark. 89.
Come on,
going
defense.
To the wrong side.
Step up here, knock one loose. Get after the ball carrier.
Snyder is the eye back. I don't believe Darrell is in. No, he's not. He's on the sideline over here.
Oh, he's coming hard. That fullback's coming hard. Oh,
good job. Good
stick,
read that
baby.
time, Geno Simon.
Good stick.
Geno, the young sophomore, read it perfect that time. Took Allen on for a loss of about 1 yard, 2 yards.
I don't know if you watched the lone setback that time. He was leaning so far forward he couldn't have gone left to right. He had to go on the dive.
He did. Brings up now 2nd down and 12. Ball resting on the Redhounds' 45-yard line. 6 minutes and 28 seconds. Weatherspoon is wide to the top. White is still not back in the game.
Tackle, deep offensive tackle, sitting
Stewart
back.
in motion. Here's the option.
There it is. There it
Hands
is.
off
Cover,
to
cover,
Stewart,
cover.
and Hoover's there.
Oh, way to wrap up, Hoover.
That time you could see Hoover had the pitch man, Sima had the quarterback, and they stayed with their men perfect that time.
And quarterback didn't want any part of that, did he?
No.
He pitched
No.
it.
Got rid of it. So another sack on the play.
Come on,
Third
guys. We
down
got them going the
and
right
now
way.
they're going, yes, right. They're going south instead of north. 3rd down and 15 on the 48-yard line of Middlesboro. They got to get just to about the 33, 34-yard line for a first down. 33-yard line.
Come on, guys. Pick
Clock
it up here.
rolling. Stewart in motion.
Counter, counter. Watch the pass.
Back to throw.
Intercepted.
And
Come on, Justin. Come on, Justin.
Moore
Turn
can
it into a
break
score.
One
Come on.
tackle right here. He's off to the races
Atta
inside.
boy.
Good job, Justin Moore. And on this change of possession, we'll take one moment. Change tapes. We'll be right back in 1 moment. The Jackets' 27-yard line. Big play that time for the Red Hounds. Let's see if we can stick it in the end zone on a quick hitter. 5:22. Clock stopped on the change of possession. Foley
Shot
checks
the
off,
linebacker, shot the
hands it
linebacker.
off to Cook. Cook crosses. Gets down to about the 26-yard line. Pick up of 1 yard on the play.
Explode. Got to get in that hole quicker.
That's 2nd down and 9 now.
They shot the offside backer that time.
Foley again gets his play from offensive coordinator Willard Ferris. We're under 5 minutes here in the second period. Red Hounds 14. The Jackets 0 after.
Come on, block, guys. Block,
There's
guys.
the inside move to Hoover, and Hoover cuts back, gets across the 25. Well, no, they're saying he's down right at for no gain. They're saying his knee hit on the line of scrimmage.
Come on, guys. Got a trap out there.
So
Let's
it
do
brings
it.
up 3rd down and 9 now.
Let's
3rd
go,
and 9 at
offense.
4:27. Clock is running. Redhounds got to get just past the 20, let's see, no, about to the 17-yard line. Foley back to throw. Picked
Backside.
up again, backside. There's another sack coverage. And that's exactly, you could see it that time. You can't keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys out with only 7 staying in the block. Somebody's going to, and he had time. It was another coverage sack, a one-on-one. They did a great job that time.
We're going to have to, our receivers are going to have to do a better job getting open. It's right here. We got 4th and 16 on the 33-yard line, Phil. We may take a timeout here and or take a penalty and then punt it. That's what it looks like we're going to do.
That's
Let
what
the
he's
clock
gonna
run
do.
down. Take the penalty and then punt.
Punt the ball away. There's the 5-yard delay of game penalty. Mark it back 5. And so Mr. Bo Hoskins will be called on to punt the ball away after it will be 4th down and 21. That time the Red Hounds went south.
All right, we need to do a better job of picking up the right men this time.
It's 3:24 in the second period of play. 4th and 21 on the Middlesboro 38-yard line. Hoskins will be punting the ball away.
Yeah, they got 2 outside on the near side coming after him.
Snap is good. Punt is away. Trying to get to the angle of the field. Good roll that time. It should go out inside down
Looks
to
like about the 13-yard
13.
line.
Yes, good punt that time, Mr. Hoskins.
That'll bring up a first down for Middlesboro on their own 14-yard line with 3:18 left in the second quarter. Corbin on top, leading 14-0 over the Yellow Jackets. Now, we had a turnover that last possession, Phil. We couldn't convert there.
You're right, and you know that's another key in this game right here is when the Red Hounds have that situation, they've got to be able to capitalize on that.
So we see White back in at one of the slot backs.
Allen's in motion. Allen keeps it, and he's sacked.
That quarterback, he's not wanting any part of that. We had 5 red shirts in there. Had Moore, Stradley, Sima, Marlowe, Skeen.
After the first drive, Middlesboro, then it faltered. They had to punt the ball away. The Red Hounds made some adjustments there in midstream and did a good job, and have shut them down pretty well. One thing I have not seen is Darrell White carrying the ball as much as I thought he would.
They've been resting him, haven't they?
Sure have. He's going to
we're stuffing that deal.
Again, there's
Stradley in there, Skeen.
Timeout, and who will it be? Timeout, Red Hounds. With this timeout, we'll step out. 2:33, Red Hounds 14, Jackets 0.
And we're back with 2:33 left in the second quarter. Corbin on top, 14-0. We noticed that Middlesboro at the end of the first quarter had 39 yards total rushing, and right now with 2:33 left in the second quarter have 33 yards rushing. So they'll be going in the opposite direction.
The negative position there, in other words, south. Allen under center now, barks out the calls. Has Stewart in motion, hands it off to Terrell, and there he is. That time the big guy's met in a hole by a host of Red Hounds. Coming up bottom, Chaz Stradley.
And timeout.
Corbin. With this timeout, we'll step out for one moment and be back. It's 2:26 to go. The Red Hounds have called back-to-back timeouts to force the Jackets to punt at 4th down and 11. The ball on the Jacket 13-yard line. 2:26 back deep, Ware and Hoover. Waiting on the snap, the punt. It's up and it's away. High and over in, taken by Hoover. No, he's going to let it drop. I believe it
touched us.
Hit a Red Hound
That
player.
touched us.
It did. Jackets will take it over. Big break that time. Big break. When it looks like the tide may be moving in the Red Hound direction, what do?
Well, you can't really fault somebody from that. I mean, they were picking up a block, and the ball bounced back toward Middlesboro end.
Right.
And really not something that you expect, but you need to be aware of. And it hit one of our players' legs.
Yes, it did.
Recovered by Middlesboro.
Jackets will have it now on their own 46-yard line. They were on their own 11. After the punt.
Too much movement.
The wing back. Darting off. There he is, 34, Snyder. Big run that time into Red Hound territory, and the Mo, you can feel it kind of shifting.
I thought they had 2 men moving that time. I thought the quarterback stepped forward with the man in motion moving.
That is a first down as they cross into Red Hound territory on the 43-yard line.
Come on,
Allen
guys.
stays
Come on,
in the
line.
shotgun now. Here's
They
the
did the
option.
same thing again.
Simon's on the trail. Allen does keep it, though. Allen breaks one, breaks two. He's out of bounds.
Come on, guys. Get after it now.
That time it looked like our pitch man was going to be stopped by the linebacker who had him, and he just literally turned on some jets, and that's something we had not seen from Blake Allen all evening. Again, the young man was feeling a little rough there earlier. I don't know where he got his breath or what happened was, but he's looked pretty good on that one. This is the deepest that the Jackets have gone into Red Hound territory on the Red Hound 30-yard line. Allen hands it off to Stewart. Stewart breaks one, two. He's off to the races. He's knocked out of bounds. Onside down to about the 13-yard line. So right now the momentum is in the Red Hound territory, and I'll tell you what, that hitting the Red Hound on the punt, I mean, that's how quickly the tide can change in this game.
Come on, Lyman, pick it up here. Let's go.
Jackets do have the opening kickoff to start the second period to play. The clock is running at 1:45.
Oh, gosh.
Allen has one man to beat, and that's Foley, and Foley cracks down on him inside the 10 down to about the 8-yard line.
Timeout, Middlesboro.
We've got timeout, Jackets. So with that timeout, we'll step out to it. 1:33, Red Hounds 14, Jackets 0. At 1:33, 14 Red Hounds 0. Jackets second down and 4. Ball on the 7-yard line of the Red Hounds. Momentum right now faced in the Jackets' favor. Allen's in the shotgun.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
Stewart's in motion, hands it off up the gut. Standing in there, though,
was
Marlowe. Marlowe tackles on about the 4-yard line, so this is going to bring up now a very interesting play. You've got, this is 4-down territory. It's 3rd down and about 2 yards.
Get after him right here.
Ball's right on the 5. They can get to the 3 for a 1st down.
Get after him right here.
2-down territory, 3rd and 4.
Send him. Let's blitz it.
Allen calls timeout at 1:04, and with this timeout, 14 Red Hounds, 0 Jackets will step out. Be back with your last 1:04 in the second period of play. 1:04, 14 Red Hounds, 0 Jackets. 3rd down and 2 on the 5-yard line. Hands it off the man in, touchdown. 5 yards out is Snyder going in, and Chris Snyder, the 6-foot, 195-pound junior from his 5-yard goes in, really not touched until he's in the end zone. Good timeout that time by Roark, and the Jackets have put points on the board when it looked like the momentum was going to be in the Red Hounds' favor.
Watch a fake here.
Swinging gate now moves back to where they'll try the PAT at 59 seconds. Snaps down, PAT's up, it's good, and so 59 seconds in the second period of play. The Jackets have scored from 5 yards out on the Chris Snyder run. It's Red Hounds 14, Jackets 7 back with the kickoff in 1 moment. 59 seconds, 14 Red Hounds 7 after the Snyder run at 5 yards. Watch the squib kick, here it comes again, it's lined up. I mean, they tell you how they're going to kick the football.
Well, you'd think it'd be opposite field, opposite side.
And there's where Hendrickson will fall down on it on his 48-yard line. So at 59, with the clock didn't even run that time. 14-7.
Let's take it in right here, Phil.
59 seconds, let's do it. Remember,
Come on.
the momentum was looking securely in the Red Hounds' favor. Then all of a sudden, the Jackets snatched it right out of the hands and took it down and scored. Good drive.
They give the ball up to somebody on their own 48-yard line. Field position, field position.
Foley now barks out the signals. Jackets may be coming.
Yeah, they're coming. Quickly.
Intercepted by Darrell White. He's off to the races. Foley is one man. This game is tied up as Darrell White goes in and intercepts it, and all of a sudden, before you realize it, it could be 14-14 in a matter of seconds when it looked like possibly that Middlesboro could be just hanging it up, and now the Jackets could tie this game up at 47 seconds. Unbelievable how the emotions can change so quickly in high school football. And exactly what has happened here. Will they move the swinging gate? Yes, they do. So that quickly, in a matter of about 12 seconds, the Jackets have tied this game up, if the PAT is good, by 44. And it's good. He kicks it all the way into the parking lot. So at 14-14, 47 seconds, the Jackets also get the opening kickoff to start the second half. We'll be back with this kickoff in 1 moment. Mr. Chandler Cook, how quickly the emotions of the game can, with less than 2 minutes to go before halftime, Red Hounds are securely up 14-0. Right now, it's 14-14 with 47 seconds, and time changed in about 12-second period.
Sure did. Got a way to field it.
Quick, that's right. Ball's down, and there's a flag
okay,
on
that'd
the
be
play.
15 yards for a late hit.
So I have to wait and see at 43 seconds, 14-14. What flag? If that's a 15-yard penalty, that'll move all the ball all the way down to the 35-yard line, and that would be big blow right now for Jackets. Because again, Middlesboro does get the kickoff to start the second half, and right now the momentum is clearly in
I
the
tell
way.
you, Philip, if we don't start executing offensively right here, we got ahead 14-0 and get lackadaisical.
You're right.
And not executing. If we execute, we'll score in this 43 seconds.
Emotions right now are lacking on that red and silver helmet team right now. Something like a Darrell White interception and a return of about 40-plus yards can also put a big gun into the Jacket side. Foley under center now. Double backs, that is Moore and Cook. Hoover spread out.
Quick hit,
Hands it
quick
off to
hit, quick
Stephen
hit.
Cook, and Cook is just dragging people as he gets close to a first down. Bring up now 2nd down. Clock is stopped. Timeout, Red Hounds. Let's keep it right here, Chandler. With 34 seconds to go, 14-14. Have you ever seen in a football game the tide change so quickly?
Oh, I know it. Just in a matter of seconds, didn't it?
Matter of about 12 seconds. It went from, and again, like I said before, the big play there with about 9 minutes to go in the second period on the 60-yard return by Hoover, which was negated by a penalty right there. It was about 7:33 to go in the second period of play. We're still 34 seconds in this, and you know how quickly it changes.
Right now, let's see, we used our last timeout right there.
Yes, we did.
So we're going to have to run something quick. You know, call 2 plays. Otherwise, we may not be able to get our kicking team on there.
You're right. As Coach Ferris talks it over and Coach Roark with his defensive unit is talking it over. Coach Roark does double duties. He is the offensive caller and also on defense he's out there, so pretty much does it all. Here it is, the last time out of the Red Hounds. Foley will stay in shotgun this time, flanked by Moore and Cook.
Somebody get open. Get out of bounds,
Cook
get out of
is
bounds,
off
get
to
out
the
of
races,
bounds.
gets out of bounds. Good job. Cook does have enough for the first down, just to the 20-yard line in Middlesboro with 29 seconds to go. Heads up play that time by the big senior, knowing that he needs to get the first down, but also get out of bounds.
Need that again.
Down to the 21-yard line. It's 29 seconds. Again, 14-14. This game knotted up. Foley has his play from the sideline. He stays in the underneath center position this time. Back to throw. Has a man wide open, and
Jimmy.
Hendrickson just out of the reach of Jimmy Hendrickson as he had them as he was breaking. He's just had cleared his man and just about a half a step, or Hendrickson would have had himself 6 points.
Doggone it.
Checking in now is the quarterback, Blake Allen. Going to play that free safety spot. So he's double duty as Foley is on defense and offense at times. Get a fresh set of legs in there after that play.
Come on, execution right here, guys. Let's go.
Hoover splits out wide, sprints. Foley in the shotgun.
High
Hands it
snap.
off again to Cook, and Cook will not get out of bounds this time. Clock continues to run.
Hop up. Get up, guys. Get up,
16,
guys.
15, 14. Second down. That'd be 3rd down and 10.
All right, execution right here now. Okay.
And
Kill
he
the clock.
kills it now. So what this does, it brings up 4th down. You've got to get just to the 11-yard line for a first down.
Looks like we're
You've
sending
got
in a
7
kicking team.
seconds.
We're going to try a kick here.
So
that
they're
how
going to
you
send
read
in
it?
the sophomore.
That's
Mr.
how I read
Dixon.
it.
He's a 5'10", 203-pound sophomore kicker. Foley is the holder. And so they'll place it down on about the 27-yard line. It's a 37-yard
Keep
attempt.
your head down.
It's down. It will not reach. No good. So at 3 seconds, second period before halftime, the Jackets have held and will have one shot at the end zone before halftime at 14-14. Will Roark try it, or will he just take a knee, go in at halftime, discuss it, come out the second half and get the kickoff?
I say we pin our ears back and go after them, whatever they do.
And coming in late.
They're awful tight here.
Yes.
Oh,
And that'll
they
be it.
almost coughed that thing up.
Sure did.
I don't believe
So-
quarterback was ready for that.
It's halftime. The tide have changed here at Campbell Field as it's 14-14. All knotted up. We'll come back with your second half kickoff in just 1 moment. Minute and 38 seconds to go here before the halftime is over and the kickoff for the third quarter. I'll tell you what, Chandler, looking at our halftime stats, in the first quarter, they looked pretty decent, but then all of a sudden, in about a 12-second span, the momentum left the Red Hounds, went into the Jackets, and I'll tell you, in time of possession at 15 minutes for Middlesboro, 9 for the Red Hounds with a 14-14 score with 18 plays, 83 yards for the Red Hounds, 31 plays, and 89 yards for Middlesboro. I don't know how you could get, except for time of possession, any closer in this game, and it is tied.
You're right, Philip. And, you know, the first half is behind us. And let's leave it that way. We got to be positive here. And to be positive, we need to come out and stop them this series, their first series here when they get the ball in the second half. And we need to make a statement. We need to take the ball down and score with it. You know, I'm not sure if we got tired or not there the second quarter. We lost a little bit of intensity, which we've been known to do from time to time. But, you know, when you play good football teams, you can't afford to take, you know, a lot of time off from your intensity. Otherwise, you're going to get smacked in the face like we did there in the second quarter. So we've got to get out there and play hard, make some things happen, some positive things. And I really think we can run on this club. We did in the first quarter. Not too well in the second quarter, but we did in the first quarter, and we proved we could get them out of, you know, get off the line with them, push the ball down the field a little bit. Passing, you know, we're only getting out 2 receivers most of the time, and we have had some covered sacks tonight. But, you know, from a positive standpoint, you know, we complete a pass or 2, and I think that'll pick up for us.
It does. It opens up your running game automatically. They've got 9 players in the box, 8 to 9 players, and like we saw Stephen do earlier on the 52-yard touchdown run, once you get past that initial line of scrimmage, there's no one else left there to catch you, and that's where the key is. And to do that, opening up is your passing game. It gets those backers off a little bit more and gets those corners out and those safeties back where they need to be, about 10 yards off the ball. 12 minutes to go here, starting the third period to play. 14-14, Jackets do receive the opening kickoff. Back deep is Stewart and Weatherspoon standing on their own 10-yard line. Dixon kicks it short, taken by one of the upbacks. No, it will down on the Weatherspoon. Weatherspoon will go down to about the 26-yard line.
Well, I can't say that wasn't too bad a job right there. They let the ball hit the ground. The upback didn't handle it, so the back man had to come up and get it. Then he didn't have any time to do anything but just fall forward.
You're right. So let's see what adjustments. Of course, we've talked about it time and time again. These first 5 or 6 minutes here in the third quarter.
Penetration, Philip. We got to get that penetration on this veer. We got to get that. That just tears the veer up.
Allen stays in shotgun this start of the third quarter. Back to throw. It's tapped and knocked down. One of the linemen of the Red Hounds stuck his big paw up. Couldn't exactly see who it was.
Might have been Matt Williams.
Was intended for Weatherspoon on that play. He's the senior wide receiver for the Jackets, all 6'1", 170 pounds of him.
Well, notice they came out in the shotgun and did not get under center. We'll see if they do more with that with this young kid, trying to get him some time to see the field.
Red Hounds making some shifts now. Here's the option. And again, Allen does keep it, and Hoover will be the one on the stop. Along with Ian Hall, but not until it don't look like we lost. We had a breakdown that time. The man that had the quarterback looked like he was just unable to get over there. Again, this is the veer option that Kenny Roark and the Middlesboro Yellow Jackets have run so masterfully over the years.
Come on, Lyman, down Lyman. You got to make it play here. Let's go.
You've got to have your assignments and stay at home. Be disciplined. 1st and 10 on the Middlesboro 39-yard line. 11 minutes and 29 seconds in the third period.
Reverse.
Allen keeps it, ducks it back, and he's going to have about 8 yards on the carrier, bring up now 2nd down and 9.
Too much, guys, too much.
As Cook from the inside backer spot makes the tackle. You know, I don't know. I mean, here in the stands, well, of course, we're on the Middlesboro sidelines, but, I mean, looking over across, really from the stands point and the fans point and the players point, really is not any real emotion.
None. Come on, guys, get excited
High
here.
Snap. Hand off to Stewart. Stewart just running behind that offensive line of Middlesboro, finding his holes, and you could really see the penetration that time, none by the Red Hounds as the offensive line was just pushing us off the ball.
Come on, guys, get off the blocks right here. Get off the blocks.
Into Red Hound territory now on the 48-yard line. Clock continues to run. Again, the best defense, I guess, Kenny Roark feels is to keep his offense on the field, and he has. As Darrell White is not starting the second half of play. see him on the sideline. Here comes the Red Hounds, and stopped that
Strip
time.
him.
Stripped it, no. Cook come through on that time with Moore. And dropped him.
He tried to strip him.
Yes, he did.
That's
So a
what-
loss of 1 on the play will bring up now 2nd and 11. So right now in the second half, it looks like Coach Rourke is not going to start Darrell White on offense. He's got him sitting here on the defensive side, or excuse me, on the sidelines, getting a breather.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Cover, 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 cover.
Now,
Tackle,
as
tackle.
good
There you
job,
go. Attaboy, Brett.
Faulkner that time kept his depth. Did you see that? He did not go as he stayed with the quarterback the whole way. Kept reading his eyes.
Sure did. Well played that time. And the quarterback, he just kept stringing it out. And finally, I think he just slid down.
It's 3rd and 13 now. Right now, the Jackets are going south instead of north. We saw that a couple of times in the first period of play.
Come on, guys. Big play right here.
Played
Big
into
play.
Red Hounds territory, or in hands. See if we're going to work again. Allen stays under
Watch the
center,
counter,
sends
watch the
Stewart in
counter,
motion.
watch the
Has
counter, no
motion all
motion.
over where we've got yellow helmets moving for the balls every snap. So we'll mark it back 5 more yards. That'll be drawing up now 3rd down and 18. Dead ball foul procedure charged against the Jackets, I'm sure. Dead ball procedure, Jackets, exactly right.
Come on, guys. Got them in a big hole right here. Let's not let them out. 9-10 left, 3rd quarter. 3rd down and about 20 for Middlesboro on their own 45-yard line. The clock winds. Need good penetration right here, guys. Let's get after them right here. Need the ball back.
We know White's out of the game right now, so their big gun right now is not in as far as their big runner.
Come on,
Here
kid.
comes
Come on, Gino.
the
Come on,
blitz
Gino.
with Gino Simon. He's on a dead run. Allen is going to toss the
Floated
ball
it,
up
floated
out of
it. Oh, he
bounds,
threw it away.
and he throws the ball away. Man was there, so it'll bring up punting position. Good job by that young sophomore quarterback running out. He's felt the pressure on the backside by Simon. Really had no man open, and he did throw the ball out of bounds. Good play.
Well, we did that last week and got called for intentional grounding. It cost us the safety.
Yes, it did.
And I, looking at that on film, that's very questionable.
I watched it
Very
last night, too.
questionable.
You're right. I watched that very intensely close, and Hoover was there. I don't know how he could throw the flag, but they did.
Let's get a return on.
Snap is good. Punt is up. Good punt that time. Ball's dead on about the 22-yard line of the Red Hounds, and so with no return, the Jackets now go on the defensive side. So the Red Hounds adjustment made pretty good for the 3rd period of play. Now let's see what the offensive side can do.
Let's be positive. Let's get some things going out here. Make a 1st down or 2, move the football, get us a break here and there, and let's score.
I know Coach Roark really is impressed with the young man, number 7, Darrell White, and he's keeping him out and wants him in that middle linebacker spot on the defensive side, kind of be the quarterback on that defensive side. He does have some weapons on the offense, so he does have the Foley now on the mix-up, keeps the football. And that time I don't know whether it was a mix-up in the backfield
I think that was just a quarterback draw.
or the quarterback draw.
Yep.
So he picks up about 3 yards on the carry, brings up now 2nd down and 7. Nifty little piece of running by B.J.
And
Foley.
you get, on a draw play right here against this type of defense, attacking defense, that's a good call. If you get them coming in that lane and you cut right in front of them.
Run where they're not.
Yeah.
Esbro was a little bit late that time setting up, and Cook takes it across the 30, about to the 31-yard line. You see Middlesboro jumping around a lot on defense, and that time Foley took advantage of that, and before they were set, he had the ball snapped, and we saw that a couple of times there in the first half you was commenting on, Chandler.
Right.
Is if they're going to be moving like that on defense, we need to be up, ready, set to go, and we can catch them before they're even down in the 3-point stance.
And, Catholic ran, no huddle offense, and we could do that here. Now this is big. We need to turn this over right here, get a 1st down.
They're down in 2 now.
comes the
Big play
blitz.
right here. Foley will keep it, and it's going to be close.
Yes, it will.
Real close.
We're going to have to pin it on the spot right here, folks.
Very close. So I tell you what, big eye, zoom in on that football down there. Let's see how close it will be.
That was the second time this series that we've seen Foley on the quarterback keep, kind of a draw type action, where he fakes to one of the backs.
It's going to be first down. First down by the length of the football. Thank you there, Miss Katie. Good shot that time by the camera. 7:18 to go, so the Red Hounds have their first down of the second half of play. You know, Chandler, what we need right now is really, I mean, someone needs to step up to take, well, 7-minute drive would be good, but someone to take up and get the emotion back on their side. And around,
come on, Bram.
hands off to Bram Hoover, and he's the man to do it.
Oh, out of bounds. Flag that. Come on,
Knocked
guys.
Out of bounds now, up enough for the first down, up to the 43-yard line. 40, yes. So it's a first down, Red Hounds. Should be.
Well, I say flag that. We're so far away from the sideline. We don't know if he was out or not.
So it is enough for the first down. That time, you know, it has to be one of these young men.
You see number 1.
Yes.
Was locked on to Hoover.
Yes.
And Hoover went in motion. He had no chance. Witherspoon had no chance to catch him across the field.
Man on man, mano on mano. Ware lined up low to the right, or excuse me, to the bottom of the screen. Hoover's in the slot. Cook dots the eye. Hand off to Cook. Cook across the 45, maybe to the 46-yard line. They'll say no, knee on the 45, so a gain of 2 yards on the carry. Give him second down and 8. White again on the stop for the Jackets. I believe the young man's being looked at by the University of Kentucky. I know that the University of Tennessee is very interested in the young man, what I hear through the some folks. So who knows?
Come on, guys. Let's go. Get after it here. Get after it here.
Cook now, again, gets across about to the 49-yard line. Just tripped up at the last moment.
Keep your feet. Keep your feet. Let's go.
I'll tell you what, let's step out real quick and change this tape. Throw it down in 3. Foley will keep it and will not have enough for the first down. He will be about 1 yard shy, just in the Middlesboro territory on the Middlesboro 49-yard line.
I don't know what I would
go for it, or will you punt the ball away? I see Barton checking in. Coach Ferris says, yep, we're going to go for it now. So 4th down and a long one. I'm almost going to say 2.
Watch the snap count right here. Watch the snap count.
Trying to get the fans fired up, and I tell you what, it's the Jacket fans that are fired up right now, and now the Red Hounds.
You got to want this, boys. You got to want this.
4th down and 2 on the Jackets' 49-yard line.
Come on, Hounds. Come on, Hounds.
Back up the inside, and we'll have the first down. Nothing but second effort that time by Bram Hoover, the senior tailback. By the stretch of the football, gives himself the first down. And I'll tell you what, it is a first down, but the point about it is this. Chandler, you got to give that senior a lot of savvy right there.
That's right. When you're senior, you want the ball. You want the football. You want that first down.
He's got the first down by at least the nose of the football, or maybe football length. Football length and a half. So there you go. The Jackets will stay on defense.
Come on, line. Let's be positive here, right?
Coach Roark is very upset right now. He's saying his knee went down before the ball went down. Couldn't tell, really. All I could see was Bram stretching that ball out as he was going down.
Come on, get fired up right here, Hounds.
It's 4:56 counting here. 14-14. A typical Middlesboro Corbin football game on a summer evening. September the 7th. 2 men in motion.
Movement.
As that'll mark 5 yards back, as we had both backs in the motion.
Yeah.
Mark the ball 5 yards on procedure penalty. And that was very, you could see that everybody in the stands, both backs were in motion at the time.
Sit still, guys.
So they'll mark it back 5 yards from the Jacket 46, which will put it at about the 48-yard line of the Red Hounds, I would say. And exactly the 49-yard line where they'll place it. So the Red Hounds are back in their own territory. Then you get down to about the 36-yard line for a first down. Clock is running it out, 4 minutes and 40. It's I don't know what I was expecting, Chandler. It's a typical Middlesboro black and blue Red Hound football game. Smash mouth all the way.
Come on, guys. Block,
Foley
block,
under center now
block.
hands it to the first back, and that is Hoover. And Hoover spins, gets across the midfield stripe, maybe into the 49-yard line of Middlesboro. Well, it'll bring up now 2nd down and 14.
Let's go, line. Let's go, line. We've been doing fine here. Let's move the football. Back's running hard. Let's go.
Foley sends Ware and Hendrickson wide out. Hoover in motion. Hands off to Cook. Cook bounces on the outside, steals on the run. He has one man to break, 2, and he has enough for the first down as he crosses inside the 35
to run the football.
to the 33-yard line. First down, Red Hounds on the legs of Stephen Cook.
Way to run the football, Hounds. Line, way to block them.
You see the block that time. Did you see our 2 men, Jeremy Ware and Hendrickson, both? Ware is ineligible. Both of them lined up on the line of scrimmage, and both of them had the savvy of going downfield and making sure they took on the block to free up Cook that time, and that's what you've got to have from your outside men.
All right, no mistakes right here, baby. Let's take the football in.
Barton, now the young sophomore, split out to the bottom of your screen. In the slot is Hoover. In the backfield is Moore. Hoover's in motion now. Hands off to Cook. Cook cuts back, and he gets about 4 yards on the carry. So it'll bring up now 4 yards, yes. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Second and 6 now.
Let's move the football. We're doing what we need to do right here, Phil.
Yard markers.
Don't shoot yourself in the foot.
Messed up. It's saying 3rd on the yard marker, but it is 2nd down.
Well, now wait a minute, guys. Is it 2nd or 3rd? Second down. Now we got a problem right here on the sticks. Now we better be careful.
It's all right. This will be a first down. Should be. No, it won't. It should bring up now 3rd down. Okay, the sticks had it as 3rd. He'll keep it there now. It should be 3rd down because we got the first down on Cook's, and he pushed it too hard. I saw him doing it.
I tell you, didn't it?
Someone should make a note of that, though.
Is what's right, folks. So the officials got it on the wrist, but if you're looking down here, you got to say, 2 third downs. So
I believe in a game earlier, maybe at Lynn Camp, they had a 5-down possession.
Yeah.
I remember that, reading it in the newspaper.
I'd rather forget those.
Trips. Foley keeps it and has it for the first down. And
Second
you wanted
effort,
what'd you do? Did you want a 7-minute drive? Oh,
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
And
Actually, it's longer than that because we made a first down before that 7-minute mark.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
It was about 8:33 or something like that when we took over this drive, I believe.
Okay, a minute and 50 seconds. Clock is running now. We still have it. Now we are on their own Middlesboro's 21-yard line. Inside the 11 for a first down.
Let's go, guys.
Foley's checking off at the line of scrimmage. Hands it off. First man through, and big lick in there by number 10 of Middlesboro, Joe Mink, the 6-foot, 160-pound senior. Till a 2-yard carry that time by Hoover.
I don't know if we didn't have anybody blocking. We ran in the wrong hole that time.
Oh, big lick that time by Mink, but hard running that time by Hoover, able to pick up about 2 yards on the carry. 2nd down and 8.
Come on, line. Let's go, Billy Kane. Levi. Hart. Let's go, baby.
Foley will keep it and down for a loss. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. As that time, BJ pulled it out of the belly of the up back and kept it, and the Middlesboro Yellow Jackets stayed with the quarterback all the way. So no gain will bring up now 3rd down and 8.
That's probably a good thing he ate that.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the pitch was there. I don't think he could have got him around it, around the defensive player. Shotgun this time.
Cook's bus up the middle.
There he is. Oh, baby.
It's touchdown. Stephen Cook on the 18-yard run with 19 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. It was set up. We go to the shotgun. He hands it to the wing back or next to him, and Stephen Cook from 18 yards goes out really untouched for the touchdown. Well, there's almost that little over 7-minute drive that Mr. Chandler Cook wanted and put points on the board with only 19 seconds. The PAT snaps downs, up, blocked. It's no good. And so with 19 seconds, it's the Red Hounds 20, the Jackets 14. Back with your kickoff in 1 moment. 19 seconds in the third period of play, Mr. Chandler Cook. You wanted yourself about a 7-minute drive. You got it.
Sure did. I was real close to being 8.5 minutes all total on that drive. And the time of possession right now is 18:21 for Middlesboro, 17:20 for Corbin. So we did have it about 8 minutes because we had 9 minutes at halftime.
Yep. Mr. Dixon now checks in. I don't know where they had hard time trying to find the
T or what?
T or what. But they've started this. Now's the whistle. Okay.
All right.
He was trying to change shoes. I don't know what was happening. High end over end taken by Weatherspoon.
Make a play on him. Make a play on him now. Make a play on him. Oh, a good lick.
Down
Good lick.
he goes on about the 30-yard line.
33. That's Justin Moore, a sophomore with the tackle on Witherspoon.
It will be Middlesboro now taking over on their second possession of the second half. The clock on the possession stops at 13 seconds. So this will be the last play of the third period. Allen will go under center at this time. Again, he has Snyder in the backfield. This time it's Darrell White in the slot position. New formation we've seen from Middlesboro this evening.
Quick
Snyder,
hitter up
quick
middle.
hitter up
Fumble,
the middle.
fumble.
Fumble on the play, and Middlesboro has it. So that will be the end of the third period of play. So at the end of 3 periods here at Campbell Field on a beautiful summer evening, it's the Red Hounds 20, the Jackets 14. Back with your fourth quarter and final quarter of this game in 1 moment. Mr. Chandler Cook was in my ear just a second ago. A fumble for 2nd and 2, a ground gain of 2. So the fumble works in Middlesboro's favor.
Come on, come on.
On the 33-yard line, hands off to Stewart. And Stewart is going to be across the 40, the 35, up to the 36. Snyder on that carry. Cook on the stop.
Also,
11:44.
Stradley, I believe, was there on that stop too, wasn't he?
That's going by the PA announcer. I didn't hear him say that name, so that'll work. Could not see from my point of view.
Come on, big turnaround play right here.
Big turnaround drive, 3rd down and 5 on the 36-yard line. Big stop right here defensively. Allen is running the option. He will be stopped. There is a stop right there, maybe a yard carry, so it'll bring up 4th down, forcing Middlesboro to punt. Faulkner and Ian Hall on the stop for the Red Hounds. And the punting unit will be called upon to come in for Middlesboro.
Way to string it out, guys. Way to string it out, defense. They had a loss on that play.
Yes, they did. You know, the Middlesboro veer, it's been into existence for such a long time, of course, with the row arc over there at Middlesboro. Of course, when he was a player, they also ran that. And, you know, it's so deceptive if you got the right pieces in the right places. Right players.
Punter was late coming on.
A low kick, and Mr. Hoover will let it bounce and go out of bounds.
Okay, we're going to get a good call right. Good place right here. 49-yard line. Ball went off the edge of his foot. We thought it was going to be down, hit on about the 35 and bounce toward our goal line. But what can we tell, Phil? We can't see that angle from here.
Nope. A little third quarter stats real quick.
Okay, third quarter stats. Cook, 14 rushes for 130 yards. Hoover, 8 rushes for 35 yards. For Middlesboro, Schneider, 13 for 59. Allen, 15 for 45. Hounds come to the line.
Wishbone look. Hands off to the second man through. Bulls his way into Middlesboro territory. Stephen Cook. Carry of about 4 yards on the play. Brings up now 2nd down and 6. It's 10 minutes and 11 seconds. Clock is rolling. Chandler, we're staying at the double tight end wishbone look right now with the power game, aren't we?
Yep. Counter.
Counter it was right with Hoover, and Hoover's off to
boy,
the
Bram.
races, and he's carrying
Run the
people. Good
football,
job.
baby.
Enough for the first down inside the 40. Had to get just to the 40. He got past it. Yes, he did. First down, Red Hounds.
All right, this is what we need here. We're getting into the power eye. We're getting into the T formation or wing Y formation, wishbone, 2 tight ends. We're just going to run it at you. You got to
Power
stop
football.
us. You got to
Exactly
stop
right.
us.
This time we do have a wide out to the top. Stays in the tight formation in the backfield, though. The wishbone look. Hands off to
Attaboy,
Moore.
Bram.
That's Bram Hoover.
Fumble,
Bram
ball got
fumbles, but he
away.
gets it.
He's got it back.
You got it.
That way, hang on the football.
It was, and coming up in there was number 10 for the Jackets, and that is John Mink, the senior running back, or excuse me, on offense. Defense, he's a backer.
So give it to one halfback, give it to the other. Give it to fullback once in a while.
That's right. Hoover now, though, will be not in the backfield, split out wide to the bottom. Barton to the top. Foley now hands it to the first man.
Atta baby.
That's
Come on,
Stephen
baby.
Cook. Bust through.
Accelerate,
and
accelerate.
and
Get in there.
Touchdown. 34-yard run it had to be from about the 6-yard run. From the 6-yard line in, Stephen Cook wanted the end zone, nothing but the end zone, and from 6 yards in, he dragged 2 guys, and from 2 yards out, dove into the end zone. A beautiful, beautiful run by Stephen Cook that time.
Sure was, baby. Determination right there. I guess we're going to go for 2 right here.
I bet we will.
Maybe we're going to take a timeout or what?
Surely not. We will be going for 2. After missing the PAT, we've missed 2 PATs this evening.
Okay, let's call it right here. I say Bram on the counter.
Power I. No, we're
Okay,
going to call
we'll try to
timeout.
call them, try to get them to
Okay,
jump offside.
With this timeout, let's take a quick timeout. Be back for this PAT in 1 moment. It's 8:57-26. Red Hounds 14. Middlesboro. Red Hounds going for a 2-point conversion. Foley's back to throw. It is touchdown.
Oh!
2-point conversion.
He threw it,
He threw it up.
falling down,
He threw it up.
and Stephen Cook just standing there in the
said-
end zone.
I could not. Well, it works.
He just threw it away. He
It
didn't know
always-
Steve was there, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think he had a clue. So, 28 Red Hounds, 14 Middlesboro. When got to have a little luck too.
Yes,
Break
sir,
here
you
or
got to
break
have
there.
luck. I mean, you ask any college or high school coach, and they'll tell you got to have some luck along the road to the
Ask the Tennessee Titans
Finals.
2 years ago going
Oh.
to the Super Bowl about luck.
Ooh, goodness.
Oh, on the
I
kickoff
like it. How many
return.
times they run that play? That ball still came back across that line,
It
didn't
still
it?
came across the line as many times that I saw it. But you got to have a little luck, and it's a game of inches. I remember losing a state championship game by the game of inches at Eastern Kentucky University. You remember that,
I
Chandler?
remember you talking about that, Phil.
That's right. So, this is a typical smash mouth Middlesboro Corbin football game. Been keeping up with it since about 1971 myself, and it just hasn't changed. I mean, it's still, you line up, don't care about the records, don't care about who the big name players are. You line up, the cream of the crop on both sides comes up, and, you know, it's same. Mr. Dixon now will line it up on the far hash on the 40-yard line. Places the ball down.
Let's give us a good high kick, good high coverage kick right here. There you go. There
Short
you go.
kick.
There you
Taken
go.
up by
That's
the
all
up
right.
back, and he'll be dropped on about the 34-yard line, let's say. We got a flag. Wait a minute, just a second. No, okay, I thought they were saying wait just a second, but no. Wanting a football. So the ball's on a, well, he got further than that. He got right to about the 35-yard line.
Well, Philip, we'll make a statement right here on defense now.
You got to
Need
stand
to get
up
after
right
him
now.
right here.
You're right.
Don't
if you're
give
wearing
him,
that,
don't give him anything good
no.
to look at. Don't give him anything good to deal with right here.
If you're in the red and gray right now, you need to step up and smack him in the mouth.
That's
real quick
right.
here.
Hard-nosed football right here. Get after him, guys. Oh, we jumped off sides.
Yeah, we sure did.
Geno Simon was blitzing, and he wanted to get there just a hair before the ball was snapped.
He was. Geno, I don't have any stats on Geno. He came out late, but Geno was probably about 5'8",
Geno's probably well,
5'9",
yeah, somewhere in there.
probably about 155 pounds.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Yeah.
And thanks, he's 6'2" and 245 pounds. And you know what? He plays like it at times.
You're right. All right, come on, guys. We're going to have to cover the pass here. We've forced him into passing situations.
Here he comes.
There's
Back to
one-on-one.
throw.
One-on-one.
One-on-one is
Come on,
right.
BJ.
And
Come on,
Foley's
BJ.
back to throw. Good job.
That's good job.
Good defense. Good defense that time by B.J. Foley, as he was step for step. And when the ball's up,
I'm not
he
sure what
turns his
row
head.
arc is.
Well, he's fussy. He thought he was hand-checked right here at about the 40-yard line. But as B.J. turned his head to look at the football,
We do have a flag.
you
though.
can
Back on
it's
the line
probably
of
holding
scrimmage.
right here. Usually when the flag's thrown right there, it could be holding. No, wave it off.
Okay,
or
they may have
whatever.
thought there was the illegal man downfield.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. I didn't see any kind of preliminary signal or anything, but sometimes the umpire will drop that if he thinks, quarterback crossed the line or think there's an illegal receiver downfield, illegal formation or something of that nature.
Middlesbrough's now going to the shotgun in the passing down situation. It looks like it. Allen's in the shotgun. No, he hands it off. Stewart.
Get after it.
And it is Snyder who carries the football.
Matt Williams on the tackle. Levi Skeen, number 57, and number 8, Brett Faulkner on the stop.
28 Redhounds, 14 Middlesbrough. 8:25 in the fourth and final period. Chandler, right now, you said
Big play right here. We can get the ball back, Phil.
you said last week a tale of two cities in the South Law game. This game kind of reminds me the same way. Allen now keeps it and stop.
Oh, way
Good
to
job
stay
staying
home.
at home that time. Who is that?
Justin Moore, number
It sure
33.
is. Great job, Justin.
Good
But-
play. I wouldn't be surprised to see Kenny go for it right here, but
Oh, yeah. Would you say the first and so far the last of the third and the fourth period has been Redhounds?
sure, you'd have to. I mean, last 8 minutes, 8.5
Right,
minutes of the
right.
third quarter belonged to us. We had the football the whole time.
There he is, number 7, Darrell White, is in on the offensive side now of the ball. His big gun, the big weapon, Coach Roark's got to get him in as much as possible now. And they're a little on
okay.
now they get on the same page. So a timeout here. It's 28 Redhounds, 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this game. 14 Middlesbrough. We'll be back one moment. It's 7:30. 28 Redhounds, 14 Middlesbrough. White is in the wing position now. Let's wait and let everybody get off the field. Okay. You got your big gun in there, and Darrell White. He's lined to the top of the screen in that wing position.
Yep.
You know they've got to start using him.
I think you may see a run here,
Is
or
it
you may
motion?
see a pass. Get on. Oh, gosh.
First down that time, and there he is. Snyder just really, that time, that seen Junior, as just keeps digging and digging and digging, and it looked like we was going to be stopped for enough, not a first down. Next thing you know, he's in Redhound territory on the Redhounds 7-yard line. I tell you, Chandler, you cannot let up one moment in this football game.
We had a hold of him. Just wrap up and bring him down. Wrap up. Help's on the way. Come on, guys. Get after him now.
This is Witherspoon, number 1, to the bottom of the screen. Snyder's the lone back. Stewart
Close it down.
and
Close it down. Close it
Darrell.
down.
Stopped after cross, dude. Good run that time. Gain of about 4 yards to bring it now 2nd down and 6. Checking in is Ricky Lefevre, 6'1" sophomore. Again, Middlesbrough's kind of like Corbin is going to be. They're a young football team in certain key positions. Quarterback's a sophomore.
Come on, guys. Be awake here now. Be awake. One running back, and he's gone for a pass. There it is. There it is. Oh, atta baby. Atta way to take him down. What are you complaining about, folks?
So they bring up now 3rd down and about 6 on the play. ball hits Weatherspoon's hand. Linebacker Stephen Cook puts the hat on him. That's as clean as it can be.
Yeah, he's lucky he didn't get him stuck right in the sternum.
So it's 3rd down and 7 now. 6 minutes and 25 seconds. Clock does stop after the incomplete pass. Allen does get his play now. Checks in with the new tight end in Tyler Davis. This is Weatherspoon at the bottom.
Come on, guys. Come on, line. Let's go, Marlowe.
Has
Let's go. Counter.
counter is back, and this time it's read
Baby.
perfect by Darrell, by the Red Hounds on White. Saw him warming up with that play quite a few times, and that quick counter step back, and that time Red Hounds stayed home real good that time. 4th down. Got to go for it.
Yes, they do. They have to go for it. 4th down and 3 on the Corbin 41-yard line. Let's get them up, Pounds. Let's get up here, fans.
To the 37-yard line.
Come on now, let's go.
37
Let them have a first down
half-yard
last
line.
time.
Middlesboro has to get. Could be the turning point in this football game. The play, no.
Come on,
Allen does
cover,
keep it.
cover.
Back and in and out of the hands. He was wide open. 23, Justin Stewart out of the backfield was there, set up perfect, and could not pull the football in. Big play that time defensively, but more so on Allen just unable to get the football to.
Okay, right here, Phil. 5:45 led 4th quarter.
Keep it, drive it.
Let's drive it.
Just
drive
go back to the
Drive it. 4 yards, 5 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards.
stay in double tight, wishbone look.
Hold on to the
drive
football.
the ball. Power eye. Oh, we're going to stay in the power eye formation. Hands it off to Stephen Cook. Cook forwards his way across the line of scrimmage, gets up close to the 44-yard line, where it'll bring it now 2nd down. Pick up of 3 on the carry, makes it 2nd down and 7 now. That's all you want to do. The clock continues to run. Next week, where are we at, Chandler?
Where you go to Log Mountain in Bell County to the Hilton Hotel, Philip.
Mr. Dudley Hilton. He's back at the Bobcats. We've got 5 more minutes of this game left. Hands off now.
Had a way to bust through.
I lost the play that time.
Way to bust
Cook
through.
on the carry. BJ did a good job faking that time because I was with BJ
He
the whole
surely
time.
did. I thought he was going to hand it to the second man.
I did too. And Cook picks up a chunk of
Big
yardage.
gainer that time. It
Yeah,
gives
was.
us 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1, you're right.
Time possession right before we start this drive is 23 minutes for Middlesboro, 19 for us. Ooh, there's the counter.
Cook
Twist.
spins, twists, enough for the 1st down. That's all you need to do into Middlesboro territory to about the 45-yard line, 46, 7-yard line, 47. Be 1st and 10 now, Red Hounds. Clock goes under four minutes and a half. Rolls now.
All right, let's use the clock here. We don't need to be in a hurry.
Ollie walks up. This time it's the wishbone look. Tight end bottom of your screen. And Hendrickson hands it off to Cook, and Cook busts across the 45 inside the 44-yard line of Middlesboro. Will it bring up now 2nd down? And that's all you want to do. Ball control, hang on to it with both hands. They're going to be stripping, trying to pull it out of your hands, Chandler, and you just got to
exactly
hang on
right.
with the paws.
Now, here we're getting Stephen. Bam, we're going to hit him with Pram here.
Maybe right now.
Mark it down.
Maybe right now. Wishbone look. This time the
BJ's
Jeremy
watching
Ware.
the clock. He's watching the clock.
Here comes the blitz. And
There's
there
their
goes
Bram.
Hoover. And Bram really left his feet almost a half a second too soon, or he could have possibly got another 2 or 3 yards. But he got a few, and that brings up now 3rd down and 3. He picks up 4 on the carry.
See what I tell you, Phil.
Yep.
22, 22, 22, 22, 83.
Then all of a sudden, 22, 83, then you're going maybe 33 up the gut. Quick hitter real quick. Right on the backside of Tyler Hart.
Way to push him off the ball line. Let's go. Push him off the ball.
Hoover spins in the backfield. Spins again. Crosses maybe the 40-yard line.
Let's see. Give him
bring
about
up
the 39.
Yep, should bring up about 4th down and 2. It will. 4th down and 2.
All right, now. Here's where you got to want it, Corbin. Here's where you got to want it.
.235, clock rolls. I think BJ's going to let the clock roll till it gets about 20 or under 20 seconds.
They probably told him, I want to call a timeout when it gets to 2:10 or whatever it's going to.
Yep, there he is. Timeout. 2:19. 28 Redhounds, 14 Jackets. We'll step out for this timeout. Back with the final 2 minutes, 19 seconds in 1 moment. 2 minutes, 19 seconds. A quick stat right now on 20 carries for the ball game. Stephen Cook has 181 yards rushing in tonight's action. If he get 19 more, he hits the magic 200-yard mark. Not bad for a running back in high school football and evening's work.
Let's block it.
181 yards is not bad.
Let's block it. A little different here. Got to want it, Bram. Got to want it.
He wants it, and he gets a first down. That was senior Bram Hoover. They decoyed all the way. Steven, did you see that? They decoyed him, come back on the counter with Hoover, and he was not going to be denied.
Good job, Bram Hoover. Good job, offensive line. I tell you, since the 8:34 mark in the third quarter, our line has been dominating the Middlesboro front line.
I think they got embarrassed in the second quarter. What do you think?
Yeah, we did.
But, I mean, the offensive line got embarrassed.
Sure they did.
Foley now with 1:54 counting down. Hands it off. Fumble. And Foley gets it back.
How do I gather it in there? Shoo, Bram got a lick.
It was a real good lick. Right on the football.
A linebacker shot the gap that time. Met Bram head on. The ball came loose and recovered by B.J. Foley.
So we've put the ball down twice this evening. Lost one, gained one. Clock rolls, though, in our favor at 1:24.
Use the clock. Use the clock.
Ware now splits wide to the bottom. Power I formation. Cook dots that I. More in front of him. Off to the left is Hoover. We got flags.
Oh, we moved
What do
or
we got?
something. I don't know what it was. Oh, there went the gun off in the foot.
Procedure. Okay, we're going the wrong way. I can tell you that real quick. We're going south instead of north. Foley gets the second down and 21 play. What's that?
Yeah. Off tackle. 46 blast. 42 blast.
Gary's sitting over here with his hands. Gary, what do you call on 2nd and 21?
Up the gut.
Hand the ball
There,
off and
Justin
don't fumble.
Moore on 30 pop.
Moore does 30 pop. Gets about 3 yards on the carry. That's safe because it's now 44 seconds. The clock's running. It's 3rd down.
Okay.
To be a basketball coach, you know a little bit about the game, huh?
All right. 37 seconds. He marked it. We can run it down
Oh, yeah.
to 12 seconds.
Yeah, without the snap.
Without
With
a
the
snap.
Yep. So the clock runs down. The Red Hounds will win their third game.
This will be the last play.
The Red Hounds will win their 3rd game of the season. They'll be 3-1. Foley hands it off to Justin Moore. Moore bowls his way, and that is the last play of this football game. So, Mr. Cook, it's the Middlesboro Yellow Jackets and the Red Hounds once again renewing the old rivalry. It didn't really surprise me much. Mass-mouth football, both sides. Really, I mean, the Red Hounds kind of got embarrassed a little bit on the offense-defensive lines there for a bit there in the second period. They went in, made some adjustments, and really the whole second half at about the 8-minute mark was totally Red Hounds.
Sure was, Philip, and that's the kind of domination you'd like to see your offensive line do. Keep you the football, let you run it, make first down after first down after first down. You know, we had an 8.5-minute drive there in the third quarter. You can't ask for anything more than that.
You know, I knew the big gun in Darrell White is a good athlete, transferred in from Middlesboro from Bell County, and you know, he's being touted as one of the top football players, put it that way, in the Commonwealth and in the southeastern region of Kentucky. He looked impressive, of course, on the interception, but he looked like he was out of shape to me.
Well, he did in the panorama down at Knox Central. He was very winded in that, did not play much offensively at all, just and defensively in spurts. And I understood at that time that he hadn't been practicing very long with him. So I think that's certainly a factor that he may not be in suitable shape to go both ways, and that's why we see him rest on the sideline tonight when he could have been in there more, more offensive reps. So, Philip, as we get ready to make the trip to Log Mountain, we remember 2 years ago, we thought we had the ball game won. We go down there, they say we step out of bounds on a B.J. Foley touchdown run there in the closing seconds. And instead of, going up to win the ball game, it just turns out we throw an interception down there on the last play of the game. And, that was it.
You're right. As we go to Dudley Hilton and the Hilton Hotel, Log Mountain, good to see Dudley back in this area. I know he's going to bring, I tell you, Middlesboro had Coach Hilton and the Bell County Bobcats this past week at Middlesboro. Really made a shambles of them there, and they're a good football team. So I'll tell you what, Chandler, anything else to wrap this up?
Get the car packed, put your seat in there, your blanket to sit on. Should be another nice night, southeastern Kentucky. And make the trip down to Pineville.
We'll be at Bell County next week. It will be Log Mountain and the Bobcats of Bell County. Then after that, we're open. Then we start the district action on the road at Casey County, home with Taylor Russell, away at Adair, and the final night game will be Wayne County, which is senior night on October 26th. So one more pre-district game, that's Bell County. Join us next week. We want to thank all of our sponsors, as you'll be seeing them on the roll immediately after the game. So thank and participate with all those fine sponsors of Red Hound Replay. On behalf of the Big Eye in the Sky, Miss Katie Akins, her dad Gary, all of our technical crew, that is in Randy Worley and Kelly Ferris, my color man, Mr. Chandler Cook, my name is Phil Russell, and